Lite from Procolored is here. She's gorgeous, she's pink. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am so excited. I cannot wait to unbox this with you. If you've been wanting to start a t-shirt business, or if you've been wanting a DTF printer for your home, this DTF printer is going to be such a game changer. Let's go ahead and unbox it and see all the amazing new features. Oh wow, okay. So this is what it looks like when we first unbox it. So we're going to go ahead and push the box all the way to the front. That way we can put our arm in and lift. It is super heavy, so make sure you get proper help. So this is the Procolored K13 DTF printer in pink, along with the oven. Let's go ahead and unbox it. Oh my goodness, this packaging is so pretty. I don't even want to unbox it. Okay, so first off, we have the accessory box, and then we have our DTF film. So pink and so pretty. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, now onto the oven. So here's the oven, and here it looks like we have some tools. So this is actually a new oven from Procolored, and this one is supposed to be able to extract fumes a lot better. So I'm thinking that's why it's heavier. I'm actually excited to see if it does what it's claiming to do. Here she is, fully unboxed, the new K13 pink DTF printer along with the new oven. A few new features. Here we have the super cute pink buttons. Then we have what looks like a new screen, might be a touch screen. And in the front, they actually moved the waste material tank right here so we can see how full or how empty it is. And of course, it's pink. It's beautiful. And on the left side, we have a maintenance area where we can actually go in and open it up. This is what the back looks like. And here on the right side is where we'll be able to see the ink levels. In order to set it up, we're first going to open up our accessory box. So here we have the accessory box, and the accessory box is going to bring everything we need to actually set up our printer. The actual customer care card, we have setup resource, tech support, and moisturizing device guide. So just go ahead and grab your phone and let's scan this link. We're gonna scan the Procolored link to see what it has. Okay, so first you get a coupon. It lists out all of the printers, and today we are going to set up K13 Lite Pink, so we can actually download the software. You can send this link right to your laptop to download the software, or we can go to video tutorials. I'm gonna go ahead and go to video tutorial, and here we have the intro, and we can select this drop down and based on whatever we are doing. So we're gonna do setup. So let's start with setup mode, and from here you can actually see all of the steps that you need to do to set up your printer, which is actually really nice. And then we have maintenance and troubleshooting, which are super important. So let's go ahead and start with the setup. Okay, so first thing they have on here is we're gonna install the roll film. So let's do that first. And same thing with the YouTube link. So if we go to the YouTube link, it's actually going to open up the YouTube app, and from here if we go to playlist, you can see that based on what printer you have, you can actually go ahead and get started right on there. Now that it's time to install the software, one thing to know about the K13 Lite is that it's only compatible with Windows. So when I actually got the DTF Pro, I didn't realize that it was only compatible with Windows, and at the time I didn't realize that you can only install one Procolored DTF printer per computer. As I was installing it, I was like, oh man, I need to buy a computer. I had no budget for a computer because I didn't know I needed a Windows. So what I ended up doing was I found the cheapest computer that I could find. Literally, I think it was a refurbished computer. It was about $400-$300. And because I was only going to use it to set up my DTF printer, I didn't need anything super fancy and all. I had to buy the Wi-Fi dongle separately, and I literally used a portable monitor with it because I was like, I'm doing the cheapest thing that I can to use this printer. So that's the same setup that I'm going to use for this new DTF printer. So let me show you. So if you purchase this DTF printer without realizing that you need a Windows and don't have a budget like I didn't at the time, I'll go ahead and I'll link this computer. Or if you're thinking about purchasing the printer, at least now you know that you need a Windows computer, and if you don't have one, I'll link this super budget friendly one. Okay, so we're gonna head over to Procolored.com, and under support we're going to go to resources and downloads. From here we're gonna just scroll down, but we're gonna find the printer that we're using. It's the K13 Lite Pink, and we're gonna go to software download. So from here we're going to select them all, and then we'll just hit download. Okay, so we're going to start with the printer driver. You can actually hear my tiny computer flying away. We're going to hit yes. We're going to hit okay. English, okay. Okay. Yeah, network. I'm going to actually start with USB for now. Make sure the printer is turned on and connected to your computer. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Okay, so back to this little box, and we are going to grab the power cord, and we're just going to plug it in on the back. And before we turn it on here in the front, over here it says, please note to remove the yellow fixing plate on the ink cart first and then turn on the power. So let's go ahead and open this up. So it seems they're referring to this yellow plate. So let me grab my tools. And I keep everything in my toolbox because if I don't, I lose everything. Okay, found it. Oh, I just remembered they provided a whole toolbox. They probably had screwdrivers. Oh well, at least I'm using my pretty pink one. Let's check. Yep, 2 screwdrivers. Okay, and last one. Okay, yellow plate and yellow sticker. Okay, now let's power it on. So this will be moving around, which is why we needed to remove the yellow plate. But guys, look at how cute this screen is. Okay, so here it's gonna tell us the temperature. But look at the cute little graphics. So right here it has a little Procolored airplane and a little doggy. That's adorable. And after we turn it on, we need to plug in the USB to the computer. Here is our USB. So as you can see, I already have one here for my DTF Pro. Thankfully, I do have space for one more. So we'll add that in. Okay, so now we're gonna grab the cable to connect the printer to the computer and then install our software. So it's back here, and we'll just plug it in and plug this side to the computer. So now we are going to install the tray. So this should be in your accessory box. So before we install this, we have to loosen these 2 screws here in the front. Then we'll remove this film. So back here, this is where the screws are gonna go. So we'll just place it on top. Next up is the acrylic board. This is so cute. It says Fluffy Panda. I actually love this so much. I hope that later on I can figure out the sizing and make my own, maybe that say CRAFTYKARI with my laser. That would be so cute. So we're just gonna place it here and add in the screws. So we're gonna remove the screws from here in the back. Same on this side. We'll grab the next piece from our accessory box. These are what the 2 pieces look like. Oh, and don't forget the top screws as well. Now we're gonna go ahead and make sure this is facing up, and then we can add in the screws and screw them on there tight. And here's Monte, my little helper, helping me with the screws. Thank you, baby. Now we can set up our film, so let's go ahead and remove this bubble wrap. Next we'll grab the 2 little sides that are gonna hold the film, and here they have a screw, so we're just gonna loosen that screw. Now we'll grab the rod from the box, and we are going to actually add these in this way, and then we're just going to tighten that screw. Now we'll just enter our film like so. Now we'll add in the other side. And just remember, you want the arrow facing the printer. That's the correct way to add in the film. So let's go ahead and remove this sticker, and let's add in our film. You just want to make sure this is centered and not too much to the side. Now here on the left, we have these 2 arrows, and this is actually what's going to feed in our paper. So while I have you here, this button here will roll out your film. This button here will roll it back outward. This button, all you have to do is press and hold it, and this will start the circulation of white ink. Here we have a little trash can, which is the delete button. This will cancel whatever you're printing. This is the load paper film, and if you hold this button here, this will do your print head cleaning. This will flash as long as it's cleaning, and when it's done flashing, that's kind of how you know your cleaning is done. Okay, so now to add the ink. I didn't realize that the ink was in a separate container, so I was freaking out thinking they had forgot to send me the ink. But no, just check your other packages. I'm sure it's there. So we're gonna go ahead and open these, and we have all our colors. Then we have the nozzle protection fluid that is also included with our ink. We won't need this now. This is normally the liquid you want to use if you're gonna put your printer on vacation mode, which by the way, if you're gonna leave your printer for more than a few days, I always recommend placing it on vacation mode because you don't want your printer to clog. So although you don't need this fluid now, make sure to save it because it's so important later on. I did move my printer over because I want you guys to be able to see how to add the inks. So now that we've unwrapped all of our inks, we are just going to open this lid, and this is where we will be adding in our inks. And in your accessory box, you actually have funnels that we're going to use to add in the ink so it's not as messy. On here, it does say to make sure you have the RIP program and the drivers installed to make sure that the printer has passed the installation test before printing. So before adding the ink, I am going to go ahead and run a no ink print test. After we're all done filling the ink, we're just going to close the lid. We're going to open the top, and we're going to press and hold this button for 10 seconds. So this is actually going to do the ink extraction for us, which is honestly a real game changer because before we had to manually pull out all of these little ink sacs and extract it with a syringe. So that's going to save us some time for sure. So within the next minute, we're going to see the ink flow onto the ink dampers. And then we can just cut this off. So we can see the white has come in, but the other colors have not. So let's do one more. 8, 9, and 10. I did actually have to end up holding and pressing the button a few more times, but now all my colors have been filled in. Okay, we're all done adding in the ink, and by the way, look at the new feature on this little handle to hold the door. All we need to do is push it back in, and it closes down really nice, so it's neat because it will not be falling. We are all done adding in the ink, setting up the drivers, so our printer is ready to go. Let's run our first test print. Now back in the system, we're gonna do a nozzle check. Okay, first thing I sent over was my test nozzle, just so I can make sure my colors are good. So that printed. I don't know if you can see that, but my colors do look good. I'll send my second image to print. That way this gets pushed out and I can show you better. And you can get a better look. So our image is now printing. It's a little loud just because I ended up removing a screw. So this white portion here is moving. So that's where the noise is coming from. I need to remember to screw that in tighter. But here is our image printing. It's done printing. Let's take a closer look at our nozzle check. So the nozzle check is used to make sure that all our colors are vibrant, and as you can see, there are no missing lines, so that was good. Now let's go ahead and feed out our last print, and I just set a rainbow sheet to test to see how our colors look. And this is how they turned out. Super cute. And just like that, your K13 is all set up and ready to go. Once you've installed the software, run your nozzle check, and made sure that all the colors are looking good, you are ready to start making your own t-shirt transfers at home. In the next video, I'll walk you through how to print your very first DTF transfer and how to press it onto a shirt. And right after that, we'll cover maintenance, because remember, DTF printer maintenance is so important. I cannot express how important it is, because if you do not keep up, your DTF printer will get clogged. K13 Lite is officially available to purchase today, and I'll have a coupon code in the description if you're ready to start your DTF transfer journey. I'm seriously so excited for you. When I first added in my first DTF printer to my craft room, it gave me so much creative freedom, especially when it came to adding new designs. And being able to offer custom t-shirts has really been a game changer for me. I can't wait to see what you make, and I'll see you in the next video where I'll show you exactly how to press your DTF transfer and make your very first DTF t-shirt.